Okay, y'all. So I cannot lie. These last few days, I have been in a real funk. Okay, I have just not felt my best. And somebody made a comment and says, they can tell I've grown, how much more, basically, like I'm getting better with being on camera. I can't even think straight, y'all, but they can see my growth. And it just dawned on me, not that it dawned on me, I already knew, but I'm just trying to figure out how to get over it. I feel like I can't really show up as myself for real, because although I'm in this space of growing and healing and just being better, putting myself out there and doing what I need to do to help the other women that I feel like I'm called to help, which are, single moms that are really stuck in survival mode, that have really lost their identity, that really just want to come back to themselves, because I was there for a very, very long time. I was lost in that for a very, very long time. And oh, so I've been dealing with that, and I've been spent years healing myself from things that were very hard for me. Things I didn't realize that were as hard for me as they actually were. Like, I didn't realize that they were hurting me so much. So I went through a lot and I healed a lot. Hence why I wrote my book. Um, the reason I'm bringing this up is because when I wrote this book, I wrote it to free myself. I wrote it to, this book helped heal me. It helped catapult my healing journey, because I was finally able to get so much off of my chest, and I was finally able to, do what I feel like I was called to do and led to do. And I felt like the things that were heaviest on my chest, I know that they're heavy on somebody else. So it's like, you have the knowledge, the experience, you went through it, you dealt with it, put it in a book for the next woman. And I did. Um, I talk about a lot about how once you start growing and once you start elevating, how some people don't want to see you happy and some people don't want to see the healed version of you. People know that once you get to a certain point in your healing, you change. Um, but you really don't change, you evolve. And people who are not changing and not evolving at the same rate as you do, they cause problems for you. They cause problems for you. So I wrote my book, and we all know that a lot of our experiences with pain and just a lot of things sometimes come from other people. So, what I did when I wrote my book, I shared my experiences of my life and the things that I felt would be good things to talk about to help somebody else heal and get through things like, let's say, generational trauma, the chains we didn't know we were wearing. I have a chapter in my book about that, because a lot of things just get passed down to us, and we sometimes are dealing with things that never started with us. And now that the book is out, certain people have been able to read it and process it, and letting go of who you were told to be. Like, these chapters came about because of the things that I experienced in my life, especially as a woman. And yeah, I really wrote this from my heart. I really wrote this and I poured a lot into it. And like I said, this helped heal me. This helped push me to my next level. So I know it's a great resource. And I think what happened is, it's so funny because I'm trying to tiptoe around certain things or certain people. what happened is there were some comments about the book, and it was expressed that certain people were disappointed in me for calling out attention to the things that I put into this book. And what's unfortunate is that what's fortunate and unfortunate is that I realized that in my life I have been holding back so much because of other people. Um, I never wanted to be that person to broadcast anybody's business. I never wanted to be that person to share other people's stories. However, I know that me not telling mine was keeping me stuck. Me not being able to openly express the things that I go through, the things that I feel, kept me stuck. Hence why I feel like I don't really show up on YouTube the way that I'm supposed to, according to what I know I'm supposed to be doing, because I'm always thinking about, well, what if this person sees it? And what if they hear me say this? And what if they didn't like my tone? Or what if it's like all of these things that still keep me captive? And I kind of beat myself up a lot about it because it's like you cannot let other people hold you back. You cannot let other people stop you. Hence why I titled my book Unmuted and Unbreakable, because I feel like I've gotten to a point in my life where I'm ready to speak out about my experiences. I'm ready to help another woman heal by the things that, just letting her know that it's okay and she's not by herself. There are other people that experience some of the same things. There are other people that can help you manage. I seen a comment on a video on TikTok where it's like, I have people around me but no village, or they just don't have people around them at all for them to even be able to get an understanding of what they are experiencing and how they may be able to get over it. That was me, y'all. That was me. Yes, I had my dad, but I did not feel like there was anybody that really listened to me and anybody that really paid attention to me. And a lot of my experiences in my life came from um I made a lot of decisions just based off, you know, self doubt and not feeling good enough and just feeling unseen my whole life. Um, and I'm sorry if I cry, y'all. I'm not gonna edit the video, but it really, really sucks when you want to be better, for at least for yourself. How somebody can put you down based off your experience, how somebody can take your experience and twist the narrative. I was accused of making somebody look a certain type of way, and somebody told me to read in between the lines. Like, I wrote this. This is mine. I wrote it. Um, and I know what needs to happen. I know what needs to happen, and I just been praying and just kind of taking it all in. Um, it's not okay for people to continue to hurt you. It's not okay for people to continue to try to keep you small. And I've experienced that so many times in my life. And I chop it up a lot. I laugh it off. And although I'm very much serious, I feel like God got so much for me. And people can't handle it. Like, there are certain people that cannot handle it. And so they constantly remind me of things that they know hurt me. They constantly try to invalidate my feelings. They constantly play the victim. And it's tough, y'all. It's really, really tough. But I'm trying to just work some things out and just make sure I'm not making a decision based off feelings of like anger or just sadness, just making a decision. But I feel like it's time for me to step away from people. And it really hurts sometimes because most of the time it's people that are really close to us. And we want to continuously give them chance after chance after chance to get it right. And I understand that sometimes you just have to cut people off. It's not that you don't love them anymore. It's not that you don't respect them. For me, in my case, is that I I choose me this time, you know. I'm not gonna quiet myself to tiptoe around somebody's feelings. I'm not going to constantly be worried about what somebody says. And I'm asking God to help me through that because although for the most part I don't really care, but it's certain people we're still like, be careful, be careful. And I just don't want to do that. And I'm trying to convince my mind, trying to convince my body and my mind that I don't want to do that. My heart knows what I need to do. My mind knows what I need to do, but my heart is just like, but I'm like, but you could still love them, but love them from a distance. And that's where I am. And it's really painful. It's really painful, but deep down, I know that's what needs to happen. And I've been trying to figure out, like, how am I really going to help the women out here if I'm constantly hiding? Because that's what I feel like I'm hiding. And the things that I want to help out and explore are things that came from a place of pain. And it's like, how can I genuinely speak about things when I'm always worried about what somebody may think or feel? So I don't really show up as myself. Y'all, I record so many videos and a lot of them don't get posted because I feel like I'm performing. I don't want to perform. I just want to talk. I just want to express myself. I don't want to be caught up in the, you know, why did you say that? And that don't mean that. And that's going to make me look like. So I'm saying that to say, when you go down this road, make sure you are ready for what comes behind it. When you go down this road, I just want you to know that every day is not going to be easy. I want you to know that everybody is not going to be clapping for you. I need you to understand that there are some people that you may have to cut off, whether that's temporary or permanent. In my situation, um, the way I feel right now, I feel like it's a permanent thing that needs to happen, but I also feel like I'm still dealing with the emotion and still processing everything. So I don't want to make a decision as to what it is that I need, but I'm definitely at a space where I know for sure a cut needs to happen. Simply not for them, but for me. I'm in this place now where I'm protecting my peace at all costs. Okay. Listen, I'm gonna read this back this to you. It says you spent years being everything to everyone except yourself. You've held it together while falling apart in secret. You've played small, stayed quiet, buried dreams, and dimmed your light to keep the peace. But deep down, you know something has to change. Unmuted and Unbreakable is a raw, soul stirring roadmap for the woman who's ready to reclaim her identity, break generational chains, and finally become her, the woman God called, the woman she's always been beneath the struggle and beyond expectations. With powerful storytelling, heart to heart letters, and real reflections from a mother who's walked through depression, survival mode, and spiritual exhaustion. This book will meet you in the darkest moments and lead you into your becoming. If you ever felt like you lost yourself trying to do it all, this is your invitation to come back home to you. Yeah, I meant every single word about that because it's really hard. But you have to keep fighting. You have to keep going. And that's where I'm telling myself, like, these past few days, I haven't really gotten anything done, y'all. And I realized this situation, it may seem small to some people, but for me, I'm like, I feel like I don't want to do nothing. I don't want to eat anything. I just sitting around. And I'm like, no, no, not this time. Like, not this time. It's okay for you to feel, and you've been feeling since Wednesday. Today is Saturday. time for you to keep moving forward, because that's what the enemy want, is for you to stop. And that's not where I am, and that's not what I'm going to do. So I'm going to continue on in my plans and planning out my event. Did I tell y'all I planned my event for my book signing? I'm actually doing a workshop on May 30th in Chicago. So I'm really excited. Y'all, I see myself as more than a mentor, more than a coach. I see myself, now that I'm allowing myself to be who I am, I see myself in rooms full of women. Like, I see myself speaking to these women, helping and encouraging these women. I see myself as an author. This is book one. I got so many more to do. And I just want to get onto that part of my life. And I kind of let so many things like hold me back or pause my process. And I'm just kind of over that. So if you're interested in my book, if you want to know more about it, please let me know down in the comments. This book is, you can get this on my website. It's also available on Amazon, but if you get it on my website at serenity920.co, you will receive a signed copy of the book. I strongly encourage you, if you are lost and trying to understand who you are again, if you are struggling to, stuck in survival mode, anything like that, I promise you this book is going to help you. I promise. Um, Also, the direction of my channel, and I feel like I just keep changing it. I'm not really changing, y'all. I want to come back to me. And I'm like, oh, let me just sit down and do talking videos because I want people to take me serious. I'm going to be who I am, y'all. I want to be able to vlog and show y'all really what I'm doing, because that was the purpose of my channel anyway. It's my pursuit, and so many things have changed for me already, and I haven't really documented it for real. So y'all probably be getting more of me, because I am also still trying to break out of my shell, still overcome a lot of self-doubt and imposter syndrome. So um I'm gonna get to it, okay? I know who God called me to be, and He's waiting for me. And I feel like I made a big step, and now it's time to make another. And I just keep putting one foot in front of the other one. But it's all gonna work out. It's all gonna be okay. And it's gonna be okay. Um, it's unfortunate sometimes, but this is me right now, becoming her while still in progress. Be confident of this, that He who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion. Philippians 1:6. You want to know something that not enough people talk about? How hard it is to hold on to a vision when your life still looks messy. You want to become her, the woman who's healed, aligned, thriving, soft, powerful. But today you're juggling past due bills, work stress, mom guilt, relationship tension, and maybe even your own mental health struggles. You don't feel like her, you feel like survival. But let me tell you something. I had to learn in my own journey. Becoming is not clean, it's messy, it's shaky, it's faith in motion. Yeah. I catch myself going back and reading this as reminders to myself. I promise you, it's a wonderful resource. But I'm gonna get off of here and get my butt up and get something done, be productive, um, try to make up some of the things that I was supposed to be doing, like cleaning my house and whatever. But y'all probably see me more often. I really do want to do the I'll put her name up here. Her name is Renee. And she inspired me so much to do 100 days on YouTube. And I'm like, I don't want to sit in my car and talk for 100 days. So I'm not going to. I feel like I am the value. So it don't matter the setting. My channel will grow at the rate that God wanted to grow at. And it's going to be okay. So I hope that y'all join me for my journey for real this time. And just remember to continue to choose you. Continue to choose you, love you, honor you, respect you. You are wonderful. You are amazing. No, it's no matter what anybody else says about you, um, or to you, you are greater than even you may know. And just keep pushing, keep moving forward. It's all gonna work out.